Hello, everybody. Today we're going to be talking about, let's say, the penultimate stream about this research of the French defense exchange variation. So hopefully I'll be able to join with you and research. So this is next to the last episode. Next week is the last episode of this, let's say, research and streaming. So, but the end of the year, I'll be doing extra work of bundling things. So that way, I can send it over to my coach, and he'll make it accessible course out of this. All those research I worked a whole year about, and we'll be actually able to sell this research and have people in the first defensive community enjoy it because it's really a big need, and especially I am a first defense player. I wanted to, let's say, buy my own course if I needed to. So I really looking forward to enjoying this course and having this being, let's say, displayed for all of you and all the people in the world that are playing the French defense. This is a big picking point of I like the French defense, except for the fact that exchange French is really boring, and I want to cure that. So let's do this now. So this is let's do add a capacitor here. Add the capacitor here. All right. 96. Okay. So let's have a think. This is where contention point is coming around. So we talked about other things. There's like trading everything off, which is leading to nowhere good. That's not good. It's gonna be good at all. There's knight g2, castle kingside, and just castle queenside. We'll just look at one at a time, and hopefully by the end of the stream today, it'll be all set, and we can move on to the last and final file of this course. Then I can, let's say, the next week, fish them up, and then after that one, beyond that, the rest of December will be actually fine tuning things and gathering the things set to my coach to make a course of the first defense by Chesterville. That's the goal, ultimate goal, to have that happening. So that is the plan. Alrighty, so with this being said, I will just wait for Stockfish's opinion on things, and I will wait patiently for the answer. But anybody who's in the chat, let's say, feel free to give me a ring and tell me what you're doing today, and hopefully doing well this Sunday. That's the hope and goal. The day stream is relaxing. A Sunday is relaxing and enjoying your company and having a good relaxation of, let's say, research. So this is a chill out stream, and hopefully that we have a good stream. So that's what I'm saying. Relax with me and enjoy the show. Alrighty. A5. Okay. The thing is, this is a concept I learned is like, why has not shown his address for the king? Queenside or kingside not revealed yet. So if you do A5 without the king doing the queenside, the A5 is possibly pointless. Maybe at this point of A5 not A6 to make sure no doubling, that's possible. But let's have Stockfish things over thoroughly before we do any sudden movements. So let's have it do it. And once it does that, I'll commit it. I'll commit to the whatever calculation Stockfish is doing rigorously now. So let's give it time. Let's give the super engine time to think about what he's thinking about. And we'll do that. Let it think and enjoy the resulting positions, whatever. So yeah. That is the goal, to enjoy and take away what Stockfish is cooking up. Rook e8 is liking to pin the bishop. So what is okay? Rook e8 was the thing. So knight g2, king out of the pin, and then all right. This is next part 2. Knight c6, a5, c6, and again the king has not shown his address. King side or queen side. So a5 is maybe premature. Maybe premature. Knight c6 may be neutral, maybe too neutral. And we were trying to play for the win, by the way. We're not trying to play for a draw. we want to play for something more, and having people that play the French and First Exchange variation is black will enjoy actually an avenue to try to play for a decisive result in black's favor, of course. Don't want to risk it and lose the game. That would be not good. So 96, it takes time sometimes to do that. So let's see if I can go to the query database. Maybe that will help us. So let's do the query database. And let's say we play this opening and see what it says. E4, E6, D4, D5. Take there. Bishop E3, knight F6, knight C3, and let's see if we can go to bishop D3, and this one is like okay, bishop D6, okay, bishop D3, bishop D3. In this case, they go castles, and queen E2. Okay, rook E8, and then knight G2. Okay, the query database says B6. B6 is between all pawns moves the queen side, B6, C6, or A5, committing to space gaining moves on the queen side without knowing where the king is going to end up. But in a sense that maybe B6, C5 is a possible breakthrough. And let's try B6 for the sake of thoroughness. So yeah, B6, bishop A6 is coming maybe. So now, and now B6 happens. The query database says after B6, why should go knight G2, castle knight C3. Okay, so it says to go castles. Let's do castles. Let's say all the other things I can do. This one, and you can do knight G3. This one. Let's do all three. Let's do knight G3 first. Let's do this knight G3 first. We'll just needle it all one at a time. So knight G3 to go to F5 possibly. All right, so I'll just make an arrow for that one. That's nation square. Okay, let's have a think. It says H6, but let's see how long it lasts. Sometimes it says, oh, it's good, but then later on, after I think about it, it's not really good at all. It's preposterous. So C6, knight F5, bishop C7 is the thought. It's thinking about maybe it likes that one. But we'll find out. We'll find out if it's the truth. And let's have it think. Let's have Stockfish think. Sometimes if you rush it, it's going to be not realizing good results. So it says the query database says bishop A6. Okay, bishop A6 is another move it likes. But let's see what Stockfish is. If it agrees, then that's the move. If the Stockfish and query database agree, that has to be the move. Has to be. That's why I say has to be the move. Because if these two things agree, that is a good sign. Really good sign. Okay. All right. So Stockfish. All right. C6. Okay, C6 looks like a move I was thinking that. My intuition says C6 and Stockfish says C6. That's a good sign for me. If me and Stockfish agree that C6 is a move, and the query database says, okay, it's a move. So C6 happens. And now, okay, it says unequivocally castles is the next move by the query database. The Stockfish says, and let's say respect, then yeah, castles has to be the I'll just say an annotation. The only, okay, all in caps, the only serious try for white. Right, white. So I'm sure that there's a lot of exceptions where it's saying, okay, it'll say that, okay, it'll try to transpose two things. So bishop a6 looks like it's really extra powerful now because there's a rook behind the bishop, and this is securing this bishop a6 trade. It's a good trade. So Stockfish likes bishop a6. The core database likes bishop a6. Let's do bishop a6 because they all agree, and I can nod to it being a move. All right, knight f5. Knight f5 is a move that can be played, and knight f5. Knight f5 is the main query database move. Why not do that? Bishop takes d3. That's what the query database says. And what does the Stockfish say? Stockfish says takes d3. Makes sense. Take the powerful bishop on d3 out of the way. So yeah. So this is queen d3, and there's also knight takes d6. Let's do knight takes d6. The inferior move. All right. So okay. Now it says rook takes e3. It sacrifices the rook like Gotham chess. Yeah. For a long moment, but let's have a think. What does the query database say? Query database says after this bishop takes d3 and knight takes d6, it says we should do rook takes d3. It says it's good to do that. All right, it says it's good. The query database has a favoritism on rook takes d3. Stockfish is nodding to it. Yeah, rook takes d3. And now say adaptation is a good move. Okay. CD3. I'll say only move. Okay. So if you do only move, then rook e6, the pawns doubled. That's a good thing. Knight f5. Okay. Knight bd7. Yeah, knight bd7 looks like the move. I could say that in the conclusion, even if white does the these engine approved moves, black has long-term advantages. All right, so that's a good thing. That's a good sign. So we can conclude and close the book on this one. So let's do the queen takes d3 line instead. Queen takes d3. All right, let's do this another correct way. So queen d3. Sick. Okay. All right. Queen d3. All right, this is a main move. Queen d3. It says bishop f8. What's Stockfish say? It's bishop f8 from Stockfish. It's debating between that bishop c7. Let's have a think. Hello, Sager. How you doing? Nice to see you. What up? What up? I'm doing very good. And how was your day today? Hopefully doing well too. Well, yeah. This is the penultimate episode of the Fresh Defense Exchange version. Next week will be the final Fresh Defense Exchange research stream of the year. In that, for that, the rest of the month will be fine-tuning things, plugging all the holes in, and getting ready to, collect everything and to send this as a package to my coach, Eugene Perlstein, for the Adjustable course next year. Doing a good day as well. Thanks for asking. No problem. No problem. I'm glad to have you here. So Bishop f8 looks like it's turned out round to it. So Bishop f8 is the move. And let's see, the query database says after bishop f8, the main move is going to be rook fe1 or ae1, bishop f4. And if I was to do assessments, if I were looking this position in the eye, I'd probably think about rook and e file, some more rook and e file as a move. Other bishop moves are really redundant. So let's say rook ae1 is a classical thing. So I think that you can do that. But let's see what happens if rook fe1. So, all right, let's do rook ae1 as the main line. Let's see, new variation in the main line. But let's say if the rook fe1, which is an inferior version. What's it inferior about? Well, we'll talk about that. So now, knight b7 happens. Knight b7 happens. And they go bishop f4. Just locking down things, maybe, yeah. g6. Okay, g6 to attack the knight. The knight goes back to maybe e6. Okay, h6, bishop takes h6, bishop takes h6, and then knight f8. Okay, it's saying that your bishop is not so, is like dark squares are weak. That's how hardly believe this is the actual move. Oh, you're playing Among Us, stranger. Yeah, I'm playing Among Us. I see it in the Steam alerts. But as you see, I'm busy. I can't do Among Us right now, but maybe afterwards if you're still doing it. If you're still doing it afterwards, stranger, we can do Among Us. Oh, that's just my cousin? Okay. I see. I just saw on Steam that you're playing Among Us. But apparently not. It's not you, it's somebody else. H5. Okay, I'll play H5. Maybe less controversial. And delete this G6 line, which is abominable. So, yep, Control Y. H5. Okay, in this case, okay, the main thing is H3. H3. Okay. B5 looks like a base getting move. B5. All right. Rook E8. Whoa, Rook E8. I would not do that. A4. A4 B4 makes no sense. Let's say Queen D3. D3. Then we go G6 now. Really? It's a nice G6. King G7. Okay, this is the point where, well, then Knight F5 happens, right? Then King E7. Yeah, King E7. Knight D6. Really nice D6. Rook E7. Okay. 7, Queen E7. King F1. King F1? That's bizarre. Well, he wants to run over Rook E1. So King F1. And the plan is to go this way. Makes sense. King G8. Why King G8? That's the question of the day. Why King G8? It's a full guarding. The king. Oh, we can move the queen away. So Knight G8. Hold on, let's have a think. Let's have a think. All right. So your 3 stream streak. That's nice to see that you're on a streak of watching me. Yeah, we can play Among Us later. That's true. That's very true, stranger. So let's see how long this stream is going to last. This my stream here, research thing. So it's going to be an hour and 40 minutes. After that one, then we'll play Among Us if you're still interested. In an hour and 40 minutes. So 100 minutes. 100 minutes we'll play Among Us if you're still on and interested. I'll say that. So that sounds like a good thing to do after this one. This seems fun. Okay. Okay. So we're gonna have this one. So now, okay, yes, definitely. Sounds very good to me. So yeah. With that being said, all right, so let's do this knight g8 or king g8. King g8 is like, okay, move a king again. Knight g8 makes no sense to me. King g8. All right, so now rook e1, like we said, rook e1. I can make an arrow. The reason why we do this one is to play this guy, this knight. All right, so now this one, then we go queen d8 because we have an ability to do that. Queen g5. Queen g5. It's like very specific, very specific. Queen g5, queen b6. 92. Defend the pawn. All right, now let's having some thoughts about c5, which is a double-edged thing. But let's have a think more. Doesn't have to do that. Queen g5 is very particular. So let's say just annotating Queen g5. Very particular engine move. Let's see if we can combat that particular engine move. If we can, then the normal moves are really not as good, and it'll be worse than this optimized engine approved move. If we can beat down the engine approved move, then everything is good, no golden. So everything else is irrelevant. So we don't need to look at that. So, alrighty. So now this is not h7, but let's have the query database see these things. So let's go back to this query database. Bishop f8. All right, bishop f8. We have rook fe1, rook e1, b7, bishop f4, g6. Yeah. Oh no, we have the we have h5. H5 is the other one. So apparently the query database didn't like this one as much, but Stockfish does like this one more. All right, so it says, let's say h3, b5, queen g3, queen g3, then g6, right? G6. I think it's going to be, the query database will say g6. G6, yep. Now h6. Then we have king h7 or king g7. Yeah, queen g7. King g7. Now f5. Knight g6. Yeah. This one. This one. This one. Rook e7. Then we have this queen g5 move or something like that. I'm doing the query database on the side, so sorry for you don't see things. Queen g5. It says queen b6, right? b6. Oh, it's like a rook e7. I think a rook e7. Rook e7. Right. King g8. Rook e7. Rook e7. King g7. King f1. Well, Stockfish is making the query database a little slow. Did I do something wrong? Like this queen d8. Yeah, queen d8, rook e1, queen b6, right? Queen b6. It's like transposing, right? Queen b6. Yeah, queen b6. And then this knight e2, right? Knight e2. This is the query database. Let's see what the query database says. All right, do it again. Do the thoughts again. All right, it says knight h7. Okay, knight h7. The query database likes this knight h7 move. All right, so also Stockfish says it's a move to do. So that's 2 for 1. So let's do it because they both agree on something. Knight h7. The queen g3 back. Queen g3 back. All right. So now, but it was saying that c5 is a move. But let's see if c5 is a move. Then, bishop e5 is the only reply. This is interesting. Bishop e5 is the only reply that makes sense. All right. But that's probably more practical, right? f5. Let's cd. If this cd, queen c5 is winning. Black has a winning advantage. Yeah, so this is probably the c5 one is more potent, let's say. So, yep. The last one is a blunder. It's tempting, but it's blundering. So this is the thing we want to look out for. So c5, then we should go bishop e5 instead. This is the main move. So this is more pressing because the other one, a7, is like lackadaisical. This one actually is challenging white. So they have to think for themselves. Whereas the other one is like, okay, you move your king back. So bishop e5, knight takes e5, and okay, knight takes e5. Let's see what the credit database says. The credit database says after c5, bishop e5, bishop e5, yeah, and now black should probably take knight takes e5, right? Correct? The credit database says, oh, bishop takes d6. Uh-huh. Bishop takes d6. Let's have Stockfish think about things like that. It's thinking about it, but it's like a schism. It's between bishop takes d6 or knight takes e5. Let's have a think. That's where we have to have research take a toll in effectiveness to make sure we don't rush it. We have it be thorough and thought out. Not saying, okay, we do this because it thought for, let's say, 30 seconds. No, you want to make sure we have the best response, not just a quick response. That's what we get this time and effort invested in to find out the best result, giving it time. I personally would take on e5 with the knight. Knight takes e5. That'd be my. If I was putting test as black, I'd take on e5 with knight. So it sounds like Stockfish likes this one. Oh, knight takes e5. What am I doing? Knight takes e5 is the main move. A ride, yeah. D takes e5. Okay, D takes e5, and also queen f6 is a move. F6. All right, so variation cd4. Interesting. So we're down. Well, not really down, but this one. Queen takes e5. Bishop takes e6. Queen d5. There's a lot of trades going on. I don't like it. I don't like that one at all. So in that sense, maybe this takes in e5 is actually trading into oblivion. So it's not going to be good. What? All right, so Control Z. So we will not do that. It takes an e5. Let's do bishop takes d6. Then they have to go bishop takes f6. This is a good thing. So only move. That's a good thing. Only move. That's a good thing. Only move. Only move. So only move here. Then we can have rook e8. All right. So this is an only move situation. That's what we want. We want to have ability that we only give them one option. It's the only option. So bishop f6. See what that query database says is the best move here. Rook e8 or something else. Analyze again. It's having some troubles. Knight takes f6. Oh, golly, I would not be happy with that. Well, what's that? Let's see what Stockfish says. I know. If you guys don't mind, stranger, especially you don't mind, I need to change some laundry. I'll be back, so I'll have Stockfish running in the background. Once I get back, I'll see what Stockfish says is the right move. So it seems like it'll be a good thing to do. So I'll be going to, I'll be back. I just need to do laundry, moving laundry around. I'll be back and have Stockfish think about what he's doing, and I'll make the move that it thinks is best. All right, I'll be back in a jiffy.
I'm back. What Stockfish says, rookie 8. Rookie 8 is what Stockfish says. Rookie 8. Alrighty, makes sense to me. In my eye, rookie 8 is a pressurizing move. Okay, an interesting question. Well, the statement that knight c3 is the main, like I'll say, only serious move for white. Okay. With that being said, rook e1, c1. All right, let's do this one. So current database says, okay, it's like hey Sussy, how are you doing? And also, yeah, looks nice to see you guys. I'm at my grandma's house for food. I'll see you. Oh, okay, sounds good. Sounds good, Sussy. How are you doing? Guac, I'm doing very well. I'm doing research. This is a penultimate, let's say, French Defense Exchange research stream. Next week's stream will be the last one of the year. And after I get this all done, I'll wrap it up in a cool package that will be sent to my coach to create a Chessable course. And I can sell this knowledge to people around the world that like to play the French Defense. So, yeah, I'm doing due diligence. I'm doing the thing that nobody else in the world has ever done. So, so what's hopping? Oh, you're hoping. Okay, what's stopping? What's stopping? Queen shades like queen, because you know what the thing is, if they go queen h6, the knight, the bishop will be let's say free. That's the thing. The queen is let's say tethered or connected to the bishop. So if you do the queen h6 move, then the bishop on f6 will be taken by the knight. That's why they don't do that. So, but now black is saying that, okay, I can take an f6, but can white really win? That's the question. So knight takes f6. It's black's move, by the way. Knight takes f6. Queen takes f6. So only move. Only move. Because if you go knight takes rook takes e8, then the knight takes e8 back, and we're down. White is down a piece, so that's why they have to do queen takes f6. So now rook takes e1, king takes e1, takes d4, knight takes d5, queen c5, putting pressure on this guy. Queen d8, bishop f8, or king g7. So bishop, yeah, bishop f8. King f7 is like queen f6 thing, so bishop f6, bishop f8 looks like it's more standard. Okay, so okay, yeah, this is let's see if I can play against Stockfish. So if I was playing as white, I know that the king f1 is moves. So like okay, so let's
see if this is easy or hard for white to play. And then Metal Eagle versus Stockfish here. Alright, so this is a King F1 move. Alright, this is a bully method. And yeah, Stockfish will be running in the background. And I'll play against Stockfish and see what happens. See if I can survive and draw. Because I'm trying to simulate a person that's trying to draw the black player. So Queen takes C1, C2. Okay, what do we do now? So this is like this is coming in. It's like this the lines of things. So what do we do? Here's white. Okay. What to do is here's white. So will that mean you will do chess.com content for last stream? No, I'll be doing this research in chess space. Next stream is be streaming on this platform to make sure we keep account of all this research. That way, I can distribute it. That's like the plan. Okay, that's the plan. Next stream next Sunday will be about that. But this coming Thursday, the 11th of December, I'll be streaming. Let's say Simon with Q&A and Lead Chess. That'll be the plan on Thursday. So yeah, doing a Simul for League Chess on Thursday. But next Sunday will be the final research stream of the year for this Fresh Defense course in research. So yeah, that'll be the last thing. All right, nice. Queen 6 of 6. All right. So yeah, this one, it's like I'm trying to figure out what to do here as white. It's like it's not the easiest thing to do. It's like I want to cheat, but like I'm trying to do what's called the bully method that my coach Eugene Perlstein did. His coach was Roman Dzidziashvili. He said this line is good, and my coach Eugene says no, it's not, and he said play on, and he gets crushed by Jinji all the time, just like convincingly. So if I said, okay, as it says this is equal, I believe it, and then this is like the bully method. Black says, the black player says play, and how you do it, how you survive this one. I'm just at a loss. Like knight f4. It's like, well, knight f4 is just like queen c1 is the fork. I'm trying to figure out how to continue without cheating. So where do we go? Where do we go? What's the usual moves here? All right, let me think about this one. White to move, not die. Is there like knight f6 things? Like knight f6? Knight f6, yeah, knight f6. I'll just do that one. And then we'll think about things. Or we can tell winter break. That's cool, stranger. I'm sure that's the same for Ghosty. A lot of people too. Stockfish has this one, just preparing against knight d7. Come here. Okay, then I can just queen takes d4. Queen d4, yeah, queen d4. Okay, this is like a little bit of relief. And also threatening to do like knight 6 h5 things. So Stockfish says queen b1, queen b1. So this is only move here. Yippee for sure. The queen c2. All right, king f1. Is it gonna be like a draw by repetition? Oh, queen c4. Oh, queen c4 check. Oh, okay.
So then we have to take this one. There. Then we can go knight d5 or yeah, either way. Knight d5 to secure the knight. And black can play bishop c5. Okay, makes sense. King e2. Bishop d4. Oh, taking this one. Bishop knight c3. Will it take? Probably not. He'll not take on there. I'll win the endgame. Yeah, I figured that was gonna be a thing. Okay. F3. F3. Yeah, F3 makes sense to me. F4 is probably too cheeky. King e5. Okay. G3. Yeah, G3 to block the F4 square. Bishop takes there. Pawn takes there. Okay. H4. Okay. H4, H4, H4. King F2? Yeah, King F2. Yeah, King F2. Makes sense to me. King F5. Okay. Uh-huh. Just wait. King G2. King G3. Like G5 things? Yeah, G5. I think I thought it was going to be a thing. Okay. Okay, how do we do this one? Like wait. Like tempo moves, like A3, A4. Yeah, A4. A5. Okay, now back to white. So does king move? All the king moves are losing. F4. Yeah, F4 is like it's like a pawn sacrifice. King F3. But the other day we want to draw. King G5. H4. I'll just do that all day. In there. Okay. Then king. Let's say F5 or F3. King. Okay. King. Let's see. King F5. King there. King F6. King there. Let's say King F3. I think F3 is like the only main way to hold. F5. Okay. Then we'll just do King F4. King takes a pawn. King there. This is like a blunder. So this move is a blunder. So this is the king moves. King F3 maybe. Oh, it's like this is like King F3 move. Then this one, King F2. This is also losing. So let's see if this like the evaluation is black's winning. Oh, it's black's winning. Okay, this is black winning. So all right, so this is like this point. This is all losing. So where did I go wrong? This is a G3 move is bad. So let's see. So let's say. So let's see. Blunder. Black is winning. So this is black winning. So I got cream by Stockfish. I thought I got him a draw, but it's not really. So how far does the rabbit hole go back? If like F3 is a mistake. So F3 is a big boo. It's like a pretty big boo boo. So yeah, this one is a bad move. So not F3. Knight D5 was the thing. Okay, Knight D5 was the thing currently. Okay. Knight D5, King E5. E6. Knight E3. Knight E3. This is attacking the pawn. Bishop takes E3. King E3. King E5. F4, King D5. H4, G4. G4 looks more natural. H6, H6. F6. Okay, this is a
Let's see if I go back. Let's see, there's like I played the precise moves. So let's see if I can go even. Let's see further back. Like the thing is, like we're doing the precise moves. Like the precise move, this one. Anything else is bad. Yeah, C4 there. So I can conclude this is a good one. So yeah, this is like okay. This is one here. This is engine move, by the way. Engine move, by the way. So like a rookie A1, AE1. So rook AE1. Let's see, Ed Kibitzer. Rook AE1, a more precise move. See how it handles this one. All right, let's go back to the query database while it's thinking. Let's have the query database think while it's Stockfish thinking. So this Queen G5 move is an occlusion by the engine. So there's not usual human moves, just like an engine approved move by the engine. Rook AE1. This is the one. Or knight b7. Stockfish, the query database says. Stockfish is saying, which move? Knight b7. Okay, they both agree. Knight b7. Why not do that? Knight b7. All right, so the query database of knight b7 will say, what I should do? Bishop f4. Bishop f4 makes sense to me. Bishop f4. We can do h5 like we did the last time, just to be consistent, maybe. Let's have a think. H5 maybe. Let's see what the current database says. Before h5 is saying h5 is, bad. Well, it's not preferred, but it leads to the, complicated line that we had to be precise. And I thought I got a draw against Stockfish, but I was sadly mistaken. I was not having a draw. I lost. Okay, h5 looks like it's for the sake of consistency. That makes them like easier for black to, I'll just say being consistent to the approach against rook fe1. Okay, this is a notation. Okay, h5. All right, let's say knight e2. Knight e2 is, well, queen g3. Let's say queen g3 because it likes that one. g6. Knight e6, king g7. h3. Maybe bishop b5 is a way to go. Bishop b5 is another angle. Another angle of those things. Just see that what happens if they do this one. So this is like a good question. Let's see if they do that one. So let's have Stockfish think and let's put in a query database these things. So queen d3, h6, g6, right? G6. Yeah. G6, knight h6, king g7, g7, bishop b5. All right, so let's analyze the query database. So it says what it thinks. Could be 8 or b5. It's a b5 or queen c8. All right, so let's do query database says b5. Let's do it. b5. And so, okay, this is saying queen h4, which is a computer move that makes no sense. I would disregard this move. I would disregard this move. Putting pressure on the pin piece, but what else? What else? Maybe this is a point. Maybe this is a point. So put pressure on this pinned piece. Maybe this is a point. Bishop b7 though. They go bishop b7 to contest that one idea.
B5, queen H4, queen H4, yeah, this main line. And black, according to the query database, black should do what? Stinging. It says white should definitely, no doubt about it, no question, bishop B7. Okay, makes sense. Queen G3 back. This is weird. This is actually weird. Let's say F3. F3 is the move, and that, let's say we'll go around. Knight F8. Knight F8. Rook E7. Oh, Rook E7. It's interesting. Why? Move for white. Exclamation point. Sacrifice a rook like Gotham chess. Queen 7. Knight E4. Whoa, Knight E4 is, it's like a, this is superhuman sort of calculation. Why this Knight E4? D takes E4, sacrifice the knight, and to get the F file, but then knight H8 H7, yeah, E5, okay, Queen D7, to attack the pawn or put pressure on the pawn. Knight F5, check. G takes H5, F5. This is like next level. Only move. Knight takes F6, of course. Queen takes F6. Bam. King F7. Rook takes F5. Knight Queen takes B4 check. King F1. Oh, well, King H1. Wait, King H1 is like mate, right? Yeah, King H1 is mate. I'll say only move again. Only move. So I imagine that people will never do this. Queen D1, King F2, Queen C2, Queen E2, King F3, Queen E1, King F2, King E3, Queen E1, E1, King F3. All right, E1. So all right, so annotation. All right, so considering white had to play this series of engine approved sacrifices and only moves thereafter, even if they do all of this, black survives for another day. So that's like, this is like a dream. If they do all these things, you can say that they're a cheater and you survive, live another day, pretty much. All right, this is a rook F1. So this is this is rook E1. Oh, both of those things are good. Okay. So this is that conclusion. So 1966, we did this, all the things. Okay. So let's save it. We did a lot of things here. Okay. Now last thing is castle queenside. Castle queenside is the last thing to do. In this line, this tree. This tree is like castle queenside. Okay. Alrighty. Now we're making a lot of progress here. We should be happy about this one. We're doing a lot of things, good things, to get this progress that we have. Castle queenside. Okay, this is one. All right, it says C6. It says C6. And Stockfish says, does it also say 6? Okay, they both say C6. C6, okay. Okay, what does the Korea database say after this C6 move? C6, black should do, white should do F3. Makes sense. And some sense. So F3. Let's see, F3 in the board. Okay, B5. Okay, this is B5. And knight B7. Let's have a think. Let's have have Stockfish think. Let's have Stockfish think about these things before we do any movements. That'd be fun to find out the best move that Stockfish agrees with. Instead of, let's see, jump into conclusions before you think of things. And that would be the good, more mature approach to things. And research would be good, not rushed. That'd be bad. That'd be bad, faulty research, and nobody would care to buy this one. But I figured that if the chessable course goes well, they'll be making bank. It's even I'm giving my coach 50% of the profits, but if it's a big hit, and let's say if it gets thousands and thousands of downloads, and this course is the cure for any first defense player enthusiast, then this is going to be the big hit. This is the topic of research. Nobody has ever done this in depth, and my coach will credit me for this research, and the trailer will say credit me, and that'll be the money. That'll be money. If nobody has ever done this in the history forever, then this is going to be groundbreaking research. That'll be the plan, the goal to make history. I'll be making history. I'll be as ever devoted one full year of research and one specific line variation of any opening. Maybe you could say that overall, maybe a course of maybe a decade of doing like home prep cooked research. Then you can just say a human level, not engine level of research was done by Kasparov in seconds, but they're not approved. They're, let's say, out of date. They're not in fashion anymore. But this one is actually engine approved. Everything is thorough and it's actually usable. And Black can be happy. I'm glad I got here from before my legal. I don't think I'm be world famous, but I'll be recognized as a figure in the chess community. Yeah, but like I said, I don't want to be famous. I want to have the money. Like this is like a question that was asked the Ghosty stream. Middle Eagle, you want to have fame or money? I'll say I want money. That's not a good question. I want the money. I don't care for fame. Because like I told Ghosty, the more you shine, the more things are cast shadows. You'll see more people that hate your guts because you're you. Exactly right. Fame can only help you so far, being recognizable, but you lose your privacy and you get more haters. Overall, that's not good. You get a lot of fans, of course, sure. That's the only downside of it. But the fact that in the back of your mind, you're no longer anonymous, and all you also have a bunch of haters that hate your guts because of reasons. Well, in a sense, yeah, in a somewhat sense, but it's basically one thing to remember is that if you have an outspoken group of haters, they overshadow all of your fans you have. Think about Donald Trump. There's a lot of people that love Donald Trump, but there's a lot of people also in the, let's say, conservative amount, they hate his guts. That's basically the stigma is basically he's a hateable figure. Not a good figure or there's a lot of good things in the world, but overall, let's say is a controversial, hateable figure. That's what Donald Trump is. Does some of the good things, but people don't think about that because all the hate he brings. And I can admit that maybe brags on the hate. You can fight things, but for me, I can't do that. I don't want to do that. I know, but the thing is, the bigger you are, the more haters you get. I'll say. Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. So, but even that, Lovely Rosman, he's famous in chess, not because he's good at chess, but because it's like he is a chess celebrity in the sense that he's beyond chess. The both his sisters are always also beyond chess. They're recognizable because they're them, and it's not political at all. But they have a lot of outspoken haters, and they'll say X, Y, Z, and more hate will grow. So I can't handle that. I can't handle that. I don't want to handle that. I don't want to do that. It's just like I want to be. I want to be at peace. I don't want to be famous. I want to be at peace, and that I don't have any financial worries to worry about the rest of my life. I can help people, and that's what I want to do. I want to help people more than I want to help myself. That's what my thinking is. I want to help people more than I help myself. That's not me. If you think about yourself first, it's like very egotistical and very selfish. I don't want to be that way. All right, let's see. This Stockfish says here a5. Okay, because Queenside Castles is the thing. Is a5 is actually worth? It looks like it's worth it. Bishop of 4, trying to take the bishops off, and bishop of 8. Maybe bishop of 8. Let's see. What's the core database says? All right. A5, bishop of 4. Bishop of 4, right? Bishop of 4. Bishop of 4, bishop of 8. Makes some sense to me. But it's like a fun game. Bishop of 4 and bishop of 8. I think that bishop of 8 is the right approach to have a fun, a decisive game. Not drawing game, but a decisive game. So, yeah, bishop of 8. The core database agrees. And then white should go g4. Yep, core database says like g4. This is fun. This is actually fun. Somebody's gonna lose. That's what my friends have just center. This is somebody's gonna lose. No draws, but somebody's gonna lose. I'll take that quote to the bank. Somebody's gonna lose here. That makes it fun. Not gonna be a peaceful draw, but somebody's gonna lose. The credit database says b5 is the main only serious try. Okay, let's do b5. Okay, b5. All right, h4. A4. B3. B4. B4. Knight ce2. It's like the French defense exchange, but the color is reversed. But we are having the, let's say, white side, but down at tempo. We're at the white side, but down at tempo. Okay. So now I have c7. Say only move. Only move. Okay. So important thing to note. Okay. h5. The point is c5. So I'll just like make a point to point this c5 square out. All right, so h5, c5, c5, knight to c5, bishop c4, bishop c4. Okay, this is a interesting move. Bishop c4, bishop b7, bishop c5. Okay, this is like sacrificing a pawn, but in queen b6, we're just sacrificing a pawn. Okay. I can see people just do this. Take there, take there. H6, G6. Trying to defend the pawn. Like, okay, King B1. It's like if they do this one, for example, if they do this one, then the problem is knight c6. So black has a has a winning advantage. He should not defend f3. Okay. So interesting about this one. So the better move is like bishop b6, I think. Yeah, bishop b6. Promote variation. Rook d8. Pin himself. Queen f4. Getting out of the pin. b3. This is like a kind of list of things. This one. H takes b3. a3. Queen c6. Queen c6. Queen c6. Bishop c5. Only I'll say only move. Only move. Only move. So queen c5. Obviously the only move. Only move. Only move again. All right. So this point we have queen f2. This is like a mate and this one threat. So that's a good threat to have. Nice e2. Like this is the only move again. Okay, it's like only it's like okay, this is like this is not the only one, but it's like so knight c2, queen c5, c3. It's like okay, not that one. It's like okay, this is like the so rook d1, rook d1, f2, d2, rook d1, rook d1. Okay, this is like I want to have more decisive things. So it's like okay. So let's see. Let's have a think. F4, B3 is the only true thing here. There. Queen okay, this queen c6. Oh, there's other moves. Let's have a think. This is where we have a think. Let's see. Let's do these things after give it time. So we have, okay, we have 53 minutes. No, 54 minutes, and then we do the Among Us. Among Us streams like 52 minutes left, and then we do Among Us with Stranger, and then everybody else wants to play with us and Among Us, and it'll be fun. Oh. That and no. That no. Okay. Okay. So while I was doing that one, I'll just do other things while I was thinking. Okay. All right. Okay. I got it. I did it. Okay. Maybe you can simplify it. So let's simplify it. Let's lumify it. All right. Having some options. We don't have to do exactly this. We can just say leave it up to imagination that black can play for the win here. Just like leave it like open-ended thing, like I did for the Middle Age Gauntlet. I didn't have to show him how to take down Master Nick. It's like, okay, leave it as perfect as it is. It's the same thing. It's the exact same thing. Just like leave it open-ended, perfect as it is. It's better not to spoil the ending. Have the imagination go wild, and this is the beauty of it. The imagination can do way better than what any individual person. This is how it goes. No, I want to have it this way. So you create your own thing and your ending, your mind. That'll be way better than me spelling it out for you. My sense, my interpretation. So leave it to Middle Eagle Gauntlet style. It's just like leave it good, perfect. It's perfect to not spoil the ending. Let's make your own ending. Oh, also, Stranger. I have a website that's like a choose your own adventure game that we can play sometime. Maybe we can do that in the stream if you're up to it, Stranger. It's like it's like the games that Ghost streams where you have a choice in dialogue and things like that, but it's different level. Well, it's just chess pieces. Wait, what? Yeah, so it's a website that has a choose your own adventure, like choices like that. You know how Ghosty likes to play these games? Like there's like Dark Picture Saga, and there's like the Query, and Until Dawn. Those things. Maybe on Thursday. What do you mean maybe on Thursday? Thursday is a simul. Are you starting now? Okay. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, no problem. So let's leave it for another day. Another day. Yeah, Thursday I'll be doing the simul stream. No time for that. Maybe another day. But let me know. Hopefully Stockfish will let me do this thing. So yeah, it seems like you're studying now and you want to have me in the background chatting with you. So that's probably one thing that you're doing. Multitasking. Listen to my stream, and then you don't have to look at the board. You just like have me be background noise while you're doing the tests, studying for tests. Not a bad idea. Not at all. At least, hopefully, my voice is not too distracting. Because you don't have to pay attention to the board. Just listen to my voice. And it's probably way better than the having the ghosty Faz in the background chomping chips and chewing gum that really squeaks your eardrums. Like, can you hear it? Do you feel it? I can feel the vibrations of the sound. Yes. Exactly, for real. That's the difference between you and ghosty. You actually feel the sound of his ASMR. Yeah. Exactly. That's why I turned my volume to 20% in the streams. Because for my own eardrums. I don't want to become deaf like Grandpam. Hold on. Hopefully this stockfish will behave itself sometime.
I want to show you guys something. When this is done, please, Stockfish, please take your time. Just please let us go and do things besides this thing with the loading screen and the buffer. Yep. In my side, the chest base thing has a buffer wheel. It's going around and around and around. You can at least hear me, but it's not letting me do anything. Okay, now the mouse is stuck. That's not good. Hopefully it's computing and doing things around the fact that this is happening. Okay, now the wheel's not okay. It's having a panic attack. It's gray now. Hopefully it's like a gonna reset. Maybe if I just like close some tabs of things. Let's say closing the stockfish thing. No, the chest base thing. Yeah. Let's close some tabs. Let's close some tabs. All right. Let's see if I go to the task manager. Look, close Camtasia. That's probably things. It's like a task, right? Discord. You can close Discord. Let's say this closes Discord. Discord is no longer a thing. All right. So all right, now you have a more bandwidth to use things, so you don't have to worry about this. Please, please, let's close this engine, Stockfish, please. And you really need you to do that now, please. I'm not going to leave this one thing because you're having a temper tantrum. Now it's almost like 40 minutes left in the stream, but it's really having a cow. It's a Just Space is grayed out. Just Space is grayed out. On my side, it's only grayed out. So I want to make sure that I can stop this process of Stockfish and then move the commitsor, and I can save it, all the work, and saying, okay, this is of your imagination. Then we go show you what I'm thinking about. You don't have to interact with things. I'm just saying that what is coming down the pipeline, what I can do with you guys. I want to do that now. Please, chest base, please. You're doing too much. I close out things for you, and they're not doing anything. That's not good. That's not nice. Not nice at all. But in a sense, stranger, if you're studying for the test, that means that we can't do the Among Us thing, right? We can't do Among Us because you're probably studying for the test and things like that for tomorrow, like you said. In that token, I'm assuming. Yeah, sadly, yeah. So don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. Maybe another day. Definitely another day. So we'll play it by ear. Oh, why are you slow as molasses? Chest space. I'll give you some time. Well, while it's doing that, I'll be back. I'm checking my laundry again. Hopefully, when we get down, then Stockfish will be able to be turned off, and we can go on our way, enjoy life. Whilst doing that, laundry's not done yet, so that's the order of the day. Stockfish's not helping. The laundry's not done. It's still rotating things in the dryer. And yeah, well, let's wait again. Wait again. Please. Okay, it's the wheel stopped spinning again. So okay, now it's back to spinning again. So it's how much hand holding do I have to do, Stockfish? It's just base.
Do I have to do closing some more tabs? It's like this, like processes, app actions, Camtasia. Like, okay, this is Camtasia is already like stopped. So why is it having that problem? Windows Explorer. Oh, Windows Explorer. Okay, this and task. Okay, end task. This one and task. Let's close this one. All right, this is one gone. Okay, there's one out of the way of here, Your Highness. Okay. Okay, this is like the. I think that the tabs on the this like Okay, let's see this one. All right, so 37, 3720. All right, so 39%. Okay, so let's say. All right, say finish this 3740. This is like a big long video, so let's have it do in the background. So this is the stop process. So please, you got one thing out of the way, big one thing out of the way. So please do your job. I don't want to lose all my research. That'd be good for nobody. Good for nothing. Alrighty. Mm-hmm. I don't want to lose my research, please. Well, let's give it some more time to just think about what he did. Not responding. I know the whole gig. Okay. Okay. Hide. Okay. So the tabs we have are the tab here. So maybe you just have to go like brute force it. All right, this one. Do brute force it. So it's like okay, this one. Okay. There's only one tab in the Chrome. That's the the all right. So maybe I have to have my Chrome being like extinguished for a moment. Like I don't think you guys mind if I just like close the StreamYard for a tiny bit and I'll be back. So I'll do that one for the sake of. All right, so now we have to do the hard thing to do, and that is we're gonna have to do recreating what we did in ChessBase, and we have to close the program. Sorry to say that this is not gonna work out. We have to hopefully the saved file has enough things saved that we don't have to do everything again. It's like no, I didn't mean to do that. All right, so the French exchange bishop b3. All right, let's see how it goes. Then let's see. Let's recreate things. Yeah. Yeah. I had to pull the plug because it was frozen for let's say 20 minutes, and I can't do anything with that being frozen. So now I have to hope and pray that I didn't lose anything, like everything. So yeah, this is this is like the knight c3, b2, b2, castles. Okay, this is where the castles happen. Okay, now we can leave out from here. Like this, like this thing's here. Yeah, this is like this is where the castles happens. All right, so let's see if we can go back to where we were. Oh, Ecubisser, please. We can't do that. All right, so let's quickly speed run it. Bishop b6, right? So yeah, I'm gonna try to speed run it. Just hope and pray that we'll be able to play. You do the things that we need to do. No lunging engines. Okay. Let's say Stockfish 16. The other one, little brother. Little brother will handle it. Yeah. Yeah. If it's not working there, we'll have to just plug in Lichess Stockfish or something like that. That'd be bad. But no. This is not the worst thing ever. So alright, we'll have to plug in ChessBase Stockfish. Had to plug in ChessBase Stockfish. Alright, so we'll do ChessBase again. In the same bishop e line, three line. Castles, okay. Now we'll do this one with the Lichess. Alright. Alright, just plug this thing in the window here. Should be 3 here. Okay. So this one, alright. So I have to resort to the only thing we can do. Only thing we can do is this one. Nothing to do is this one. So e4, e6, d4, d5, takes in d5, takes in d5, bishop e3, knight f6, bishop d3, bishop d6, knight c3, castles, queen e2, rook e8, castles queenside. Okay, so castles queenside, and we have Stockfish on the, let's say, on the we have a5. So we have something like f3. Oh, bishop f4, bishop f4, bishop f8, bishop f8, f3, c6, g4, b5. h4, a4. Okay, this is line. h5, b4. Yeah, so let's like this one. Okay, so we can do this one. So we have b6. Oh, that's not b6. Let's not be b6. Let's look at this. All right, castle queenside. Okay, castle's queenside. All right, this is the thing. This is the difference thing. We have b6, 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 knight g2. I was like, okay, this is like, okay, this is like, okay, this is like, so knight g2, okay, knight g2, okay, this is the difference. Knight g2, b6, castles queen side, and then we have c6. All right, so castles. Then we have c6. Bishop f4. Bishop f4. Bishop f8. f3. f3. b5. g4. a5. Yeah. b5. g4, a5. h4. a4. All right, so this one, conclusion, we can conclude that h4, black can play a decisive game with little drawing results using his creativity and attacking skills. All right, so it's very good. So this is actually the conclusion of this line. Finally, we conclude this line. Okay, so now we have this queen d2 line, like knight g2 line. Like there's like a queen d2 with this one. This is the transposition. So yeah, we did it. We did it. Yeah. Did we do this one? It did. So we just castled out this one. This one here. So this one being said, is there any things like need to be done in this line? If not, then we can conclude this whole thing. Did we do everything? Let's like the look here. Let's see. X's are determining like there's your look regime. Woohoo! We finished this line. This whole Bishop E2 line. It's done. Woohoo! That's good. Now we can actually move on. We can move on, stranger. We can move on. How about that? So I can show you. You don't have to worry about this like interacting with things, but I want to show you a like quick peek of it. Things, quick peek. You don't have to interact with it, but I'm showing you the website I was talking about. So it's like stop sharing screen. I'll share the screen of this tab. This is a choose your own adventure game. This is like basically a storytelling game. These are the top 5 story by Word Rating, and I could play with you guys Eternal, whatever that is. All these things. These guys are the favorites. So it's zombie survival. If you want to play that, these are the dungeon stompage, whatever that is. But it's basically like a choose your own adventure thing, fun things. So I can do that sometime. But yeah, sometime, someday. But I'm saying that is possible things. Yeah, it's like a cooperative things. Me and the chat can play this one day. And yeah, but now for now, we'll just continue the research. This is the research of fun. All right, let's go back to the stockfish. The chest-based thing, not the stockfish. Chest-based thing. This closes Specialty 3 chapter, which I did today. Finally, after 2 whole weeks of doing it. So the last thing, let's see if this A3 garbage, like A3 is garbage. B5 is garbage. Like, do we need to talk about like B3 is like B3 is a nonsense move? Okay, so I think that's the conclusion. The conclusion. We'll do F4. Let's do F4. Alrighty, let's share the screen of this. All right, share the screen of this. Exactly right. You're right about that. You're right. So basically, me and the chat will be able to play this thing. It's not like an individual basis, even though if it's one person doing that. But I want to, let's say in Ghosties, he asks the chat for his choices, and the chat will be actually to help make the choices. So I can do the same thing for this thing, the choose your own adventure or path game. I'll say. So that's a cool thing I can do sometime. But okay, this is a stream boo. Yep. Thankfully, it's got caught by my Nightbot. That's the thing that the Stagoshi should do, having a Nightbot do the banning for him. Alrighty. Alright, so let's go back to the sharing screen. Okay. Share screen. Share screen. Window. There's opponent 4. Alright. Then we can have, in the other sense, we can have Lichess guide us away, because Stockfish is having a cow today. I don't know why, but it does. It does. Not the most fun thing at all. Okay. All right. So it's like takes there at f4, which is absurd looking. e6, d4, d5, takes in d5, takes in d5, f4, f4. Okay. So we can have the book. Most people playing f6 is a reasonable move. That makes sense. And black wins more games than white. So knight f6, knight f6, and after that, most popular move knight f3 or knight f3. So the knight f3, knight f3 is happening. Black should do bishop b6. Okay, bishop b6, and last instance it says bishop b7. Apparently, Dogfish was saying bishop b7, but this one says okay. This Dogfish and Lichess says bishop d7 as well, but it says also bishop d6. This is interesting. Both of them are viable candidates. So bishop b7 and bishop d6. Bishop d6 makes more sense to me. So why not? And also the database says bishop d6 scores better. So let's do that one. Bishop d6. Let's have a fresh eye. Override it. Fresh eyes on this thing. Okay. Most people play. 47% of people play bishop d3. That's a good chunk. Okay. Black should castle. Kingside. No worries about that. Black has majority wins. White castles and kind. Okay. All right, so it says c5. c5 has a good ratio of 58% wins versus 38% wins is white. So I think that maybe c5 is the winner. c5 is imbalancing c5. And most people play c3, the goobers, and 70%. That's a big chunk. 70% is this one. And knight c6 is a good majority share of wins. All right, knight e5. Okay, knight e5 is at 36%. So knight f5, like okay, Cypher didn't like knight e5. Bishop e3 is next one. Well, if people do knight e5, then that's the problem for them. Why it's bad? It says cd4 is good enough. cd4, 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 knight d4. cd4, knight d4. Bishop h7. This is a really awful looking thing. Knight h7, then queen d4, b6.
black is clearly better. All right. Okay. So this is the conclusion for that one. Okay. Let's go back a little bit back. Maybe, yeah. There's C5, C3. C3 is 10%. Why not do that? Knight E5. Okay, this other one is Bishop E3. Bishop E3 is on the line. Bishop E3. Okay, C3 there. Bishop E3 is on the line. Then we have Knight G4. Rook E8 as well. Oh, let's not do that. Yes. Then Rook E8 is another line. Looks like it's provable by Stockfish and online database. Okay. All right, so Rook E8. This is Knight E5 now, which is, I don't know if it's gonna help though. B6. Okay, Queen B6, and the database says Queen B6 is 73% win rate, so that's reassuring. B3, 18%. Queen B3. Okay, so this Queen B3. Queen B3. Queen B3. Okay, it's a controversial choice. So promote variation. Queen B3. Make my line. Queen B3. So then we have Queen takes B3. Not going to be 3, but Knight G4 is a move. G4 is a move. And Knight G4. Going to B6, AB6. Knight G4. Bishop B4. King F2. CD4. 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 Knight B4. Knight B4. Wait. It's not saying Knight B4 anymore. It says, that's like, okay, so this one, saying that for black. So let's go back here. So CD4, Knight B4. Okay, Knight B4. Bishop B5, Knight C2. Bishop B5, Knight C2. Knight C2. Okay, this is the point. The point makes a point. This one is hit. This is one hit. All right, so Knight C2. Bishop E8. Rook E8. Knight G3. Knight G3. Rook E3. Interesting, like, exchange difference. Okay, 2 pieces for the rook. So I can conclude at this point, this is clearly better for black. So black is clearly better. Okay, clearly better. Okay, alrighty. All right, let's go back. All right. Okay. So it says, okay, this is like this Bishop B3 move is not good. All right, so this point, it's like this C3 move is actually bad. So this is like D65 is the other move. D65, okay. Let's going back here. Jason C5 is a move. Bishop C5 check is a move. Checking is a move.
King H1. King H1. Knight C6 makes some sense. Oh, wait. Knight C6 or Rook E8? It's like there's any book moves. No games found here. There's like a novelty. E8 or Knight C6. I think there's either one. Knight C6 makes sense to me.
Need another one.
Alright. Knight B2, Bishop D2, Knight C3.
I'm still listening.
All right, we have 14 more minutes in the stream. Then we'll have to call it a day, and we'll do the last thing next week. Bishop D2. Okay, Bishop D2. Bishop D2. All right, Bishop D2. Rook E8. Rook E8 makes sense. Knight C3. Knight C3 makes some sense. Knight C3. Knight B4. Knight B4 is fun looking. Knight B4. Bishop B5. Attacking the rook. Bishop D7. Okay, Bishop D7. Okay, takes into 7. Queen D7. Okay. D7, there. A3. A3. Knight C6. Bishop B1.
Hey, Lauren.
Bishop B1.
Okay, how about you?
D4.
Yeah.
Okay, this is, all right, so this is like,
Okay. It's up to you, honey. Are you up to watching them? The only reason I'm saying it is because I had my MRI this morning and it really made me dizzy. And I'm having trouble walking, so I have to hold on to stuff. So if I could maybe stay home, that would probably be best. But I don't want to not help you if you need a break and you need to rest. Yeah. Okay. Just kind of unwind. Yeah. Okay. If you don't mind, I think we better do that. Okay. All right. I'm sorry. I didn't expect it. I've had many MRIs, but this was really weird. I lay down and when I got up, the room was spinning, and then I got dressed, and the lady had to help me out of the room, and then over to Jim where he was waiting in the waiting room, and then I had to hold on to things ever since. It's like, I mean, Tuesday I'm working with my physical therapist, and she's working on that. We were getting better. I think whatever the MRI does to your brain, it definitely scrambled mine. So it's like, what in the world? Because I was doing really good with my parents. So, but anyway, maybe it's for the better. You just stay put. So, okay. I'm sorry.
all right. Black is doing great hands better.
All right, well, we'll plan on next weekend then. Okay? Okay. Let me know if you need anything through the week, okay? All right. Thank you for calling. Okay.
Day 65 is
Bye-bye.
in motion.
No Carter today.
Okay, sounds good.
Jen, no Carter. Jen, no Carter because Lauren's not feeling well and she's got to stay home anyway. So she's gonna keep them all.
Okay, C4. Black just goes C5. This is a really curious thing. C5.
What are you doing?
Okay. Sounds really okay. It's like okay. That's my mom in the background. Yes, she is. She is that stranger. That's my mom. Mama Eagle. She and Mariah made her dizzy. Not feeling good. But this happens sometimes. But she's the nurse, so she helps me out a lot of things, my complicated things. Well, hopefully she is feeling better. She wants to feel better, and that's why she did MRI today. And she's not feeling better. This caused her to feel dizzy. That's the thing. Trying to figure out. Well, she's trying to figure out how to feel better. But yeah, thank you for the well wishes though. And we'll do this one take on D5. Then we have this Black and Castle. That's interesting. The castle. Yeah, it's like a polymorphy game. Bishop B2. Like, does Bishop B2? Like, knight C3 has some drawbacks. It's like, okay, Bishop B2. Like, some, like, nice Bishop B2. C4. And there goes knight takes D4. Bishop C5. Okay. Take there, Bishop C5. Knight C3. Rook E8. Rook E8. A3. A3. Knight C5. Knight F3 back. Knight C3. Queen D8. Rook D8. Oh, Queen D8. Rook D8. Nope. Queen D8. Rook D8. Right, so we have this one. Let's see where it goes. Where it goes. Knight C3. Knight D4. Like this. Right. Knight D4 versus C5. Knight C3. Knight C3. Let's go back here. So after A3, then this A3, the knight takes D5. Knight C5. Then after knight C5, knight F3 back. Knight C3, Queen D8, Rook D8. Then this one. Oh, this is actually okay. This is going back to where it is. Something we just takes 3. Knight C6. It's black. I'm going to say that in conclusion, this line, black is sitting better. So black is, okay, so black is clearly better. Okay, clearly better. Okay. In conclusion, so I got a Discord message from somebody. I got stranger messaged me. Okay, so he sent me some, of course. Okay, this is a screenshot that happened when I was finishing up. Okay. Uh-huh. Let's see what this is full screen at. For you, it's like you sent more chats to me than anybody else. That's cool. That's very cool. Top 3. My top 3. Oh, cool. I'm top 3. Yes, that's I'm glad, and let's say I'm charmed that you're having me be top 3 from your sake. Oh, yeah. That's the thing. Thank you for the well wishes. So 4 minutes until the end of the stream. So let's get the conclusion of this F4 things. So there's a line that says we have to do, let's say, some housekeeping. Let's see, is there any other things that says you didn't look? So this one, there's be 3. Okay, this is what happens here. This is an F3. Then okay, this is like a C4 things, yeah. Oh, this is like a bunch of like a menagerie of things. So this is all conclusive, yeah. So conclusive. Okay, black is it says advantage. There's one line. I think there's one line that is having troubles. It's having some troubles. It's like this is the one. This is the one. This like the one is like this one. Say where is it? There's one line that is like this one, right? Before, okay. That is coming from the line if they go castles here. If they go castles here. If they go castles here. Then okay, then we just do this one. Let's go back this way. Let's go back. Castles. Oh, this is like okay. This is bishop e7. This is bishop d6. It's a different thing. It's like bishop e7. Like we don't do bishop e7. It's like okay. This is like the different thing. So we're just doing like this is a bishop e3. This is irrelevant. We do it's like just do 3 things. I have 3 there. Okay, this is like this bishop e7 line is is not relevant at all. This is like the obsolete things. So it's like this one, I have 3. Like this d3, nice d3. Okay, this is like crazy things. Crazy bones. So yeah. But the thing is, the line that was saying that is like, oh, black is better. Like this bishop e4 things was a conclusion of a line that was. This is like this, like a. All right, this is like this, or this is like the clearly. All right, bishop 3, bishop e7. All right, this is like bishop e3 first. Bishop e3 first. So this is like the and all be all. It's like delete this thing. So save. Like the most majority of people play knight f3 instead of bishop b3. So let's see how much time we have in the stream. It says we have 1 minute, 50 seconds. So yeah, 50 seconds. So I can cool this one. I can actually fiddle around with it more next week. But I think that is a good time to conclude the stream. This one edition, the penultimate stream. Next one is the finishing stream. And after that, I'll be doing some housekeeping and gathering the things, the files, and to send it to Eugene for next year. And they'll be making a Chessable course out of this thing that we spent a whole year on. Basically, time well served. Yeah, 20 seconds left. Yes, you're right. The countdown to New Year's, pretty much the big ball drop. Exactly. No worries about that at all. All right. 2 hours. 2 hours? No, not 2 hours. That's done. It's been 2 hours. Oh yeah, 2 hours for the whole stream. Yeah, it's 2 hours for the whole stream. Every stream for the Metalegal, let's say research is 2 hours. That's the 2 hours well spent. the finishing things. And yeah, with that being said, it's time to show off and do another stream on Thursday, and then next Saturday, Sunday. But yeah, with that being said, thank you, stranger, for hanging out with me in the 2 hours and have me be kept company. And I felt really good. And as it progressed, you helped me with my, let's say, not loneliness. I helped you with your background noise for your test studying. So yeah, that's a goodbye. Goodbye now, and I'll see you next time. Maybe on Ghostly Stream tonight. All right. Take care. Bye.